Hello everybody, I'm going to apologize in advance after I give you a welcome, of course. Welcome back to Commonwealth Flipper. Welcome to the Commonwealth cabin. It is a frozen cabin. We have been without power and I finally ran out of time. Matter of fact, I have 4 items shipping overdue, so I figured, hey, the show must go on. So it's going to be a little bit of a different show and I have a topic as well, but I'm going to save it for a little later in the video because I got to get this stuff out before my power runs out of my backups. All right, as you can see, it's a little darker in here today. The overhead lights aren't on because there's no power. There hasn't been power. And we're running this right here. We're running this light. We're running everything over here, the computer, the printer, these lights right here, the monitor, everything off of this one right here. You might remember I did a inclusion for EcoFlow a long time ago. And we're running everything else off of this. And just to give it a little bit more light. I had the heater running in here, but I don't like to run that. It is freezing cold in here, but we got to get this done. So like I said, I was running this heater down here, but that sucks it out pretty quick. It says we got 4 hours left of the light right now, but I had it at 9 hours, but I was running this heater for a long time in here to keep it a little warmer for me. I'm going to do 4 items really quick that absolutely have got to get to the post office like ASAP, and I might ship them first and finish the rest of the video. This Ernie right here, Ernie, they don't do great, Fisher Price, but I pick them up if they're a buck. This one sold for $10.95 plus shipping. A viewer actually said, hey, that's in your store here, but it's not in your eBay store. And I'm like, oh, you're right. So I listed it, and then somebody else bought it immediately. Oh well, $10.95 plus shipping. Man, it looks like the lighting is really going to mess with this camera here today too. My American Bubble Boy just came in, the auto deliver, which is awesome. It's also cheaper that way. Man, it is dark back here. My apologies, but like I said, the show must go on. I'm looking for a cassette tape. I think it's going to be over here. All right, I was wrong. It was actually in here. It was a single cassette tape, not even with the correct case or anything. So I figured I'd put it somewhere else, but I didn't. This is Tupac Until the End of Time. I bought a ton of cassette tapes off a guy for like $1 a piece, and I only picked the good ones. And this one I thought I could get a little bit more, like 12, 13 bucks, but it went out for around $9 in the end because it had no artwork or anything. But Tupac cassettes, if you can find them, go for good money, but even without the paperwork and all that stuff, $8.95 plus shipping. Y'all, it is cold in here. It's freezing. This next sale, though, kind of warms me up a little bit. This picker video did not get a lot of views, and it was one of my absolute best finds last year. Early spring in Roanoke, Virginia. Sold off a ton of wrestling stuff. Some of you may remember it, but this one was the cream of the crop. I paid like 60 or 80 bucks for this massive wrestling collection. Made a ton of that back on Dibbed It really quickly, selling individual cards and stuff. There were magazines to beat the band. There was all kinds of stuff, but this was unbelievable. I couldn't even believe it. I didn't even know it till I got home. It is a deck of cards. This deck of cards, I used to sit it up here on this shelf, but this deck of cards right here, this WWF Superstars, they take the cards out of here and they grade them, especially the aces, and there's 4 of them. This one sold for $195 for that deck of cards, plus shipping. Don't ever pass those up. By the way, my intention is sometime in this video to talk about debt. Consumer debt, overall debt, the macro sense of it, and how it affects resellers, and I think where we could possibly see an issue, and then a little bit on the personal side as well, the micro part of it. And I'm so cold in here right now that I think I'm going to go through these listings. I might film it somewhere else where it's warm. All right, I've gone in my dark, cold house. You can see there's still no repairs from the flooding that we had. So I'm trying, oh look here. Go check out my buddies over there on RIN. They're doing a sweet listing challenge. Or I don't know if it's a challenge, but go check them out on Tuesday mornings. They're asking people to, challenging them to list items over there. Look at this. This is a weird video, y'all. $50 items or above. It's just a way to keep each other accountable, and I've been doing that with them. This is what's sold. I'll show it to you in the shed. So for all you folks who are not at work at 9 o'clock in the morning on Tuesdays Eastern Standard Time, go join them if you need some company while you do your listing. And this one right here, it's like GAEMS portable gaming system. You can put PS3 Slims in there, Xbox 360 Slims in there. I don't even know what it is, but I saw it and I'm like, that looks interesting. Picked it up for $5 at a sale a long time ago. Sold for $99.95 plus shipping. So if you can manage to hang around, I'm going to give away some tape right now, actually. But if you can manage to hang around for a little bit, I will film at a much warmer location what I want to a little bit later in the video. I really think there's a lot of good things looking up in 2025. There are a few negative things out there that I want to talk about, and I think that consumer credit is going to be an issue. I did a video about this in the past, and people, boy, there's a lot of people disagree with me, but I think it's important both at the macro level, but especially with what we can control at the micro level. My mouth is getting frozen. It's hard to talk. Now look at this. My son's basketball hoop is frozen. Everything is frozen. I got the shit up to 41 degrees and then turned that heater off. It's already down to 32. It's freezing cold. But this is the third oldest jacket I have in my eBay store. I know because it's third. When I hang them in the closet, everything on the left is the oldest, and there's only 3 that have been listed longer than this Kazim jacket. This is just kind of cool. A simple dollar pickup. It did not sell full price, but it did sell 30% off, $17.46 plus shipping. All right, I'm going to give away some tape right here, but I wanted to share this. Look at this. They're listing live, and they're putting their listings to prove that they're listing. They got to list 2 $50 items and drop it every week to continue on Tuesday mornings. It's pretty cool. Just a good way to build community. Those guys are awesome. And we love to do that over here as well. So let's do it here. Nubby's Bell 7065. You won the 4-pack of my go-to tape. This is the one you would get. I'll send you a link. If you send me an email, commonwealthpicker@gmail.com. Enter the next one by putting mygo number 2, mygo2tape.com down below. Use code Commonwealth. You get 5% off that tape. 3-inch tape is what I use. You should really try it. If you've never tried 3-inch tape and a 3-inch tape gun, give it a shot. Changed me forever. I'll never go back. Although I still use the 2-inch. You know, you got those small boxes and stuff. You got to do that. So, you know, putting 3-inch tape on a 4-inch box is a little weird. All right, I had to run in and get this next lot. It was too heavy to carry with one hand. This was part of the basement buyout, which has not aired just yet over there on Commonwealth Picker, but it's getting close. And go check that channel out. There's a lot of new folks on Flipper lately. So if you don't know, I also have another channel, Commonwealth Pickers, where we pick this stuff. 36 Star Trek magazines. This is not exactly high-end stuff, but in a lot that big and that good a condition, I thought it was worth picking them up. I got them for pennies because we bought the whole thing out and the whole basement out. And these sold for 40 bucks plus shipping. I think that's worth it. All right, I'm going to take a break for just a second. You won't even know I took a break. I'll be back in 5 seconds here. But I'm going to ship this stuff out really quick because I got to turn that heater on and get a little warmer in here. I'll do a little work while we're doing that. And hopefully come back and get the rest of it before I freeze. All right, here, I just want to show you real quick. I turned that heater back on and it's already down to 31 minutes when that heater's on. So I'm going to leave it on for about 10 minutes, get it warm in here. But here's the last one that has to go out today to the post office. And I'm going to ship all this stuff out of here real quick. 3634 Smith's Workwear sold for $24.95. Got it for $1. That's $24.95 plus shipping. I ship very, very few things free shipping. I don't know. Tell me what you're doing these days. Are you shipping a lot? Are there any folks out there who do everything free shipping? I want to see the percentages. I don't think it's a high percentage, but there certainly is a large amount of folks on eBay who do free shipping, but I just don't do it. I just don't like it. So anyway, $24.95 plus shipping. All right, new strategy. My wife just sent me a message, said the power won't be back on for 2 days. So my new strategy is going to be to forget about the conversation that we're going to have today. We'll put it on a later video. I'm going to pull the rest of today's orders and tomorrow's orders because I don't have to repeat this again. So we're just going to pull a ton of orders here. There's some cool sales in this lot right here, and we're going to ship them out today, but I've got to go into town to warm up my feet for a minute, and I'm going to drop off the first load at the post office, and then we'll come back and do the rest of the stuff. See you in a minute. All right, like I said, big change here. I'm going to ship out everything that has to go out. Absolutely has to go out because I just talked to the sheriff's office. When you live in a small town, the sheriff's office comes by and checks on everybody, and they're like, yeah, it doesn't look like you're getting power anytime soon. I'm like, oh my goodness. So we are going to do, I was going to do this, what I was doing already today, and 20 more sales. I was going to split them up into 2 videos, but we're doing them all in one here, and we'll just forget about the topics for now. $19.95 plus shipping for the Disney Creative Memories pack right there, Mickey. And that was $19.95 plus shipping. This is something I got from the Goodwill, y'all. And I don't go to the Goodwill very often anymore, of course, you know that. But this is a Fenwick fishing rod. They had $7.99 on it, and I'm like, yeah, we can sell that. It didn't sell full price, sold for 30% off, but it did still sell for $62.97. So it's not a bad flip. 8 into $63 plus shipping. Y'all, I have hot hands in my shoes. I have hot hands in my pockets. And I don't have my propane tank either. I'd probably put that in here, but it would be so loud you couldn't hear me, so we're just going to tub it out here. This is a Polly Pocket Summer House. Picked it up for $1, so there's no figure with it, though. $14 for that, plus shipping. Scooby-Doo keychain, which I think, oh boy, I always mess these up. Are in here. Scooby-Doo keychain. These are $7.66 right now. They're on 30% off sale. And they sell a bunch. Y'all want to see how much heat we have left? Or heat. The heat's not on. I wish it was. Alright, let's see what it says. 2 hours left here. So as soon as I'm done filming, I'm going to turn that little heater on. Sold a Sony camera. It's going to get dark back here, y'all. Sorry. It should be right here. That one right there. I bought 2 of these in the same. I paid $15 for 2 of these. This one sold for $35. Plus shipping. I sure hope this heat's on by tomorrow. If not, we'll charge these suckers up and come do it again. Except for tomorrow, there might be a propane heater in here. All right, here you go, Led Zeppelin. This one in this condition actually should go for about $35. Somebody sent me an offer, and I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. $30 plus shipping on that one. Another one of the Nike Dry Fits. This is a size medium. We're getting low on mediums. That means all we'll have left is smalls. The mediums are going for $17.95 plus shipping. Yeah, I forgot to tell you, even today, just a little while ago, I had taken a break. I'd gone to Taco Bell and warmed up a little bit. My wife said she would come by and help me today. And I'm like, you know what, babe? It's freezing. You don't want to come by and help. Plus, it's the day she babysits. So she got the day off. We'll ship this stuff out of here. I'm not done yet. I got to pull a bunch more. And there's some cool ones in there. But I had the contractor. A lot of people have been asking me a lot lately about the folks coming by and when we're going to get everything repaired in there. And we're actually probably going to start the redo of the eBay cave. Since we got to get a contractor in here to do the floors and everything from the little flood we had, we're going to come in and we're going to do that eBay cave, I think. So 2025 is finally the year where I get my little eBay 80s cave in there. I'm excited about that. All right, in the dark again, out in the other shed, because we just listed these. I just listed this one yesterday, I think, and it sold. Secret Bear, Care Bear. And I saw these at an estate sale. I was actually down in Florida, and they wanted $5 a piece, and they had a whole tote full of them. I'm like, I don't really want to do $5 a piece, sorry y'all. But I did it. Well, actually I didn't. I asked for $3. These are the old ones. And they said no, but they'll do $4. And I almost left them, but I didn't. I grabbed them because they had some cool ones. They had some Care Bear cousins, and they were immaculate. These things are perfect. So I was like, all right, we'll go ahead and do it. This one sold for $24.95 plus shipping. And, you know, that's higher end. You usually don't get that, but this bear will. I should mention that it's one of the talking ones. That's why it did. Sold a pretty cool Christmas Betty Boop after Christmas, and that one sold, I think there was a I think this was a viewer, $5 discount using code Commonwealth, $14.20 plus shipping. And this one went to Beverly. She says, I'm watching your video tonight and see Betty sitting above on the shelf. She will be happy sitting with my other Bettys. This fourth quarter was my best since I started selling 5 years ago on eBay. Returns are always a bummer. That was in reference to an older video, but we cannot dwell on the negatives of reselling. So, no doubt, it's all part of the game, I suppose. But thank you so much. I have so much more Betty Boop stuff. I'll probably run a lot of it on Dipped It, I think. But there'll be some. As a matter of fact, there's one that just sold that was a cool piece that I just decided to put over here. So there's 2 items I picked up in Florida when I went back in November that we're just now getting around to listing. And I have been listing like crazy lately, so hopefully the sales reflect that. Snap-on tool case, and this, I think we paid $1 for it. I think that's right. And it sold for, it's just an empty case, sold for $32.95 plus shipping. It is for a cordless screwdriver kit. It's just an empty case. Yeah, I used to sell, if you've been watching the show for years, I used to find and sell super shooters all day long. They're candy and cookie makers. And boy, I was making a ton of money off those for years. And then the market just collapsed on them. And I would never pick up salad shooters, and that market went up. And I'm like, this is weird. And now they've kind of evened out. This sold. I paid $2 maybe on this one. I can't remember where I got it, but I don't pay much for these. Maybe $1. Anyway, sold for $21 plus shipping. I've been going back to the Tupperware bin every once in a while lately. Y'all, you might remember me buying 6 giant trash bags full of Tupperware. This one had the lid. When they have the lid, they sell quick. And sometimes for more. I probably could have got more for this, to be honest with you. It's in really good shape. This one, so I paid $60 for 6 giant trash bags full. This one sold for $15.95 plus shipping. It's a little Batman lot right here. PS3, 2 of them. And I don't know, what is it, Arkham or Origins and whatever that one is. It sold for $16.95 plus shipping. This was a viewer sale. And it went to Colin. Colin says it's back to number 2, 1 written out flips. Thank you for the content. I love watching the flipper. Did I tell you how much it sold for? $16.95 plus shipping. Thank you for the content. Love watching the flipper videos while I list new items for my eBay store. And I specialize in video games and nostalgia reselling in between my main job as an assistant director for film and TV in Los Angeles. Wow. My old stomping grounds. I imagine you can find some nostalgia for sure. Here's to a prosperous 2025 for you and your viewers. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. All right, y'all, sold a small one of these, and they're only going, the mediums are going $17.95. These are going for $9.41 plus shipping. We're in them for around $1. We've sold the XLs, the larges. We made really good money on those. Smalls are always hard, so if you're a new reseller out there, look, if you're going to buy a massive quantity of something, check the sizes. So smalls are just harder to sell for sure, but we're still making money on those. All right, y'all, I'm running out of juice, so I'm going to hurry and go through these. This one I'm going to show you right here because it's inside, and I don't want to go in there. $39.95 for the Nordic Track replacement wood skis. That's not bad. I'll take that. Sold this cool AJD Chargers hat from 1994. This brings back some memories, actually, because I was in Southern California. I was in high school. I was in bed. I had kidney stones, if you can believe that. And when I was a teenager there. So, at any rate, not fond memories, but somewhat fond, I suppose, because I remember watching that game while I was in bed. So that one sold pretty good. It sold for $20.97 plus shipping. Not every day you can find a Pokemon Pikachu that sells for decent money, but this one does. This one's talking. 1998, $34.95 for that one plus shipping. That thing's all of a sudden going to run out of juice. The lights might go out in here while we're doing it. This one's still got an hour left. And I gave in. I finally hunted down my heater, my little propane heater. I'm going to pull it out in here because it's just, y'all, it's 28 degrees in here. WCW Nitro, these go for $7.66 at this point or something like that. Super cheap. And before the lights go out over here, I'm going to have to transfer that one over here to run this operation and turn those lights off and start my little heater up. So I'm just going to show you the last one. Walls waterproof camo pants. Right here, they sold for $18.95 plus shipping. Sorry this was such a erratic show, but you know, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. Thought I'd answer one more question really quick. I know a lot of people say, don't you have solar? I do have solar, but we don't have the solar feeding into a battery backup. We have it feeding directly into the grid. We don't pay an electric bill because we produce more than we actually consume, which is amazing because the way our house is situated is just perfect. I don't suggest a lot of people doing that, but for us it worked perfectly, and we don't have a daggone electric bill. But it is a lot of expense to it on the other end, so keep that in mind. It just happened to be perfect for what we were doing, and maybe I should add that battery into power a generator and have it as a backup because I'm cold. So thank y'all for stopping by, and I can't wait. Oh wait, I gotta give a shout out to somebody. I gotta remember. Here, hold on. I don't often do this, but somebody sent me a message on Instagram. I think it was Instagram the other day, and I'm not going to go into details. I'm just going to say, Kristen, I hope you're doing well out there from Canada, I believe. And we're thinking about you out there. So thank you for your support of the program. I really do appreciate that, and I hope things turn around for you and yours. And also a big shout out to Ray Nashville Flippers. Go check out his channel. They're doing a meetup April 25th. See, there you go. That one went out. I got to switch this over here so I can keep running my stuff. I better get going, y'all, and I can't wait to see you next time. I just remembered I didn't shout out something. So in the dark here, we got one light running, the printer and the computer, and then the propane tank. That's all we got. Whew. I got 17 more items to ship. So On the 21st of January, we are going to sell a Nintendo Switch to somebody for $1 free shipping over on Dibdit.com. So go over there, make sure you put in your payment info and stuff, and be able to make an offer. And you make an offer for $1 for it, and then while we're live over there, we're going to give that away to somebody. So if it's something you're interested in, come check us out, Dibdit.com. I don't know if you can see this or not, but